How does the aiming system work?
During the alpha test, we tried various styles of aiming, and we've chosen the most spectacular and understandable ones. For all ship types, there are two kinds of camera in-game, the so-called TPC and the binocular one, which helps for shooting long distance. In the third-person camera, players see their ship and surroundings, helping to orient in battle. In binocular mode, they can fully concentrate on shooting. In this case, shooting is carried out in the same way as in other games. The player indicates the target and starts firing shells. However, there are some differences. Players should not directly aim at the enemy, but also calculate the lead required on the shot. As battles are conducted over great distances, a shell's flight towards the enemy will change.
Are your aircraft taken from World of Warplanes, or do you design them from scratch?
We've created aircraft models for World of Warships by ourselves. First of all, this is because when we started to work on the project, World of Warplanes had no models of deck-based aviation. Also, thanks to the game's specifications, it's possible to have up to 300 aircraft units on the map, which requires special optimization models. If we talk about aviation in general, we pay the same attention as we do for the ships. For example, they also have tech trees, and each model is checked in terms of technical and historical authenticity.
Do you have to calculate shot leading by yourself, or is it calculated automatically?
Shooting from the major caliber weaponry is on the player's shoulders. In order to fire from the major caliber, you should take into account the direction and speed of the enemy, as well as the shooting distance. Experience will play a great role. You will need to learn how to aim, not just to hit the ship, but also to damage the desired sections and modules. Launching torpedoes is another thing. It is extremely difficult to calculate a target point while taking into consideration torpedo factors and enemy ship speed. Therefore, lead for torpedoes will be calculated automatically in World of Warships. However, even with a lead marker, there is a chance to miss because the enemy is not going to move straight and at the same speed. Leading is calculated separately for each moment of the game, and if the enemy ship starts to change direction, you can try to predict the maneuver or wait until it changes course and trust the automatic leading. Also, in order to hit the target better with torpedoes, it is best to reduce the fight's distance.
How are different classes of ships going to reflect air group attacks? Will it be possible to control an AA gun, anti-aircraft?
Warships combat enemy aircraft attacks with the help of their air defense systems. Carriers traditionally have another opportunity. They can launch their own fighters and destroy enemy aircraft on their own. This is the most effective method. Destroyers have the weakest air defenses, and at the same time are the most difficult target for aviation to attack because of their small size and increased maneuverability. So we can say that the main defense of a destroyer against aircraft is maneuvering. Battleships have the strongest air defenses, yet are also the most convenient and desirable target for enemy aircraft. The best defense for battleships is keeping a tight formation of several ships which cover each other. That way the enemy has no chances of breaking through them without significant loss. Separately, Stays Cruise's air defense. On one hand, they are quite maneuverable to be a difficult target. On the other hand, their air defense sometimes is better than battleships' one. Players who choose such cruises often are trying to intercept enemy aircraft and stand in their way. So enemy is in a dilemma: withdraw its planes to save them, or to continue the attack to risk them.
Will it be possible to drop anchor?
Despite the fact that the anchor is an important part of controlling a ship, we are not planning to add it to World of Warships. Players will not be able to use the anchor for emergency braking, turning, or avoiding clashes with the enemy or an allied ship. Each player will have at their disposal a wheel and a shift lever, the engine telegraph. As it is, the best way to slow down is to give the order, full speed astern. Taking into account the inertial motion of the ship, this stop will not be a sharp one. So please be patient and think of the tactics of maneuvering and firing in such cases.